Hey everybody. So today I have an older hardwired smoke detector. This one is 10 years old. It's just time to replace them. You're supposed to replace these things every 10 years. So I just went through and did that in my house. And I thought while I have these things down, I know I'm kind of on an energy saving kick here and trying to cut down on the electricity bill as much as I possibly can. I thought I would plug one of these smoke detectors into the fluke meter and see how much energy it burns. And if you recall on part one of this, I took a look at some GFCIs and found that there was quite a bit of variation from brand to brand how much energy they use, and thought it might be good to take a look at this smoke detector and see how much a hardwired one uses. Now, I'm not going to do a compare and contrast all the different hardwired ones in the market because quite honestly in this day and age I'm not really sure what the point is of hardwired smoke detectors, especially in this case because though these smoke detectors do have a pigtail, so you have a black wire, a white wire, and a red wire. The red wire is used for interconnecting, so if you have a lot of these smoke detectors in the same circuit and one of them ends up detecting smoke, they all go off. My house wasn't wired that way, so they just have the white and the black wire. So they wired them with 14.2 as opposed to 14.3 wire. So really the only value that powering them with 120 volts does is you don't need batteries, but you need batteries anyway because you need battery backup. And let's put it this way. They're hardwired, but you have to change batteries anyway, so what's the point of hardwiring to begin with? That said, that aside, I've decided to switch all to battery smoke detectors, and I suggest you really do the same because by design, if you think about it, if a product is going to be designed to run on batteries with a finite amount of energy stored within the battery, it's got to be pretty energy efficient out of the gate, right? You could easily design a very inefficient device such as this hardwired smoke detector, burn electricity all day long, you won't even know. So yeah, I'm kind of in the battery powered smoke detector van camp now. So let's plug this thing in and we'll see how much current it consumes. So the way I have this wired, I have my fluke meter right here set to milliamps, and I have the black wire from a suicide cord wired into the black wire of the smoke detector. So all the current's going to pass to the fluke meter, so we'll be able to measure how much that is. So I'm going to plug it into a powered outlet right now, and we'll see what the, whoa, 70 milliamps. That is quite a bit of energy. I think the GFCI that we looked at, the worst one was like maybe 8 milliamps. This is going to be a lot. And I do also have a picture of what this thing looks like on thermal imaging too. I was going around the house with a thermal imaging camera, that FLIR TG165X. I'll show you guys what it looks like. And I spotted some hot spots, and smoke detectors were one of them. The GFCIs, I think, were a good 10 degrees warmer than the surrounding wall, and I think the smoke detector was the same. Just booting it up now, hang on. This is the thermal imaging camera. So yeah, link in the description if anybody wants one. But yeah, this is crazy, 70 milliamps. That is a very not insignificant amount of electricity. Let me do some back of the napkin math real quick and figure out how much that's actually costing. So just doing some back of the napkin math, this thing is burning about 8.4 watts of electricity, which is absolutely insane. And it is also costing you about 78 cents a month to run just one smoke detector. Figure that's, what, 12 months in a year, 10-year life cycle. That means this one smoke detector in its life is costing you about 95 bucks in electricity. And that's just for one of them. In theory, you should have one in every bedroom. You should have one in living spaces. So my house has 3 of this model. The rest of them are battery powered. So that adds up to a sizable chunk of change when you think about it, right? So what's the point of having a hardwired smoke detector? Just to recap, the wireless ones are energy efficient because they run on batteries. You can't use the argument that you don't have to replace batteries in hardwired ones because you do. They have a battery door, it's required. It beeps at you at 3 in the morning if the battery's dead, even if it's hardwired. So what's the point of having a hardwired smoke detector? Because you can also buy wireless ones that are interconnected and will set them all off if one of them detects smoke. So there's really no advantage to these things anymore. Other than perhaps cost. These are pretty inexpensive, but I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, I realized this was not a very in-depth video, not a lot of... Oop, now it's complaining the battery's not there. Not a lot going on here, but hopefully this gave you some insight as to how much energy a hardwired smoke alarm is burning. If you like this video, please subscribe, stay safe, and thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.